Yo, 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 what's up, y'all? This is DJ Rapture from Oakland, California, from the Bay Area, and I'm here in Industry Most Wanted Podcast.
Stepped off the runway into the booth. Had to let these hoes know my pen gave me too. Baby, I am her, but who are you? All that cloud chasing got you running out your shoes. I ain't trying to keep up cause I'm already there. Got all these bad ones and curvy hustler wear. My bank statements make statements, run me my payment or I let it ring in this bitch.
Hey, what's going on, man? It's your girl, TampaMystic, and we are live on the Industry's Most Wanted Podcast. Boom! I heard we got Oakland in the building. Shout out DJ Rapture. Give me some love, man. Boom. Appreciate you being here.
I appreciate you for having me.
It's all good. Thank you for being here. DJ Rapture is on the check-in, you guys. Ow! Man, thank you again for being here. You out here for Revolt Weekend?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, most definitely. Well, this is what I need you to do. Go ahead and give me that official introduction.
Well, y'all. This is DJ Rapture. Rapture, they call me. I'm coming in from Oakland, California, Bay Area, and I am here in the building, Industry Most Wanted Podcast. So I'm happy to be here.
Listen, we're happy to have you here. Thank you for being here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Let's just take it back, though. People got to understand how you got to where you're at because you're doing big things.
Yeah.
Big things popping. Ain't nothing little over here. You know what I'm saying? Were you born in the Oakland area?
Yes, I was.
Okay.
Yes.
Take us back to your childhood. What was it like growing up out there?
Oh.
Ooh. I mean, give it to us real. Right out the gate.
Right out the gate.
Out the gate.
It didn't give me well.
People got to understand your journey to how you got to where you're at. That's important to me.
So my childhood was, it was hard.
Yeah.
Yep. My mom was a single mother, and I had my two younger brothers. So, in the fact that she was a single mother, I was raising my two younger brothers.
Yeah.
We struggled, and there was a lot of times we didn't really survive. So, you know, with finance, you know how to
understood.
So, when they say hard knock life, I get that too.
Yeah.
So, that's all I want to touch on that.
No, understood. Absolutely. Yeah. We ain't got to go no further. But let me ask you this, you know, going through what you did go through, you know, everybody encounters struggles, some larger than others, right?
True.
Would you say that going through that set you up to be who you are today?
Most definitely.
Yeah.
I was introduced to a lot of things in my early childhood. One being, you know, invitations to join a gang. I did everything to stay away from that.
Yeah.
You know, family members, you know, gang violence, drugs. I did a lot of that.
Yeah.
I did a lot to stay away from all that.
Yeah.
I moved out of my mother's house when I was 16.
Wow.
That was my decision to be homeless because I wanted a different direction in my life.
Understood.
Because I got tired of us as a family, as being a low-income family, and the struggles that we were facing. I just felt that I wanted to strive better.
Yeah.
I wanted to do better, but also I want to be able to be in a position where I can bring fellow-like brothers and sisters along with me.
Understood.
So as I grew older, I almost didn't graduate high school because my first job when I was 12, I worked underneath the table to help my mother, you know, to put food on the table for me and my brothers. You know, and that right there, you know, thanks to a few family members, they were able to make a way for me to do that.
Love it.
And my hustle was me working, whatever opportunity I had. So I ended up having my first job at Church's Chicken in Richmond,
I
California.
know that's right. Okay, little Church's Chicken, y'all. My first job was Dairy Queen.
We all got started somewhere, right?
Yeah, we started from the bottom. Now we're here.
Yeah. So, you know, I took that path and I stayed true to my path. And like I said, at that time, education was not my priority.
Understood.
It was the way we were at and the stage that we were at. It was more survival.
Yes.
So, like they said, you know, Darwin says survival of the fittest.
Survival of the fittest.
So I, you know, chose that path. It wasn't the best, you know, while it's still going to school, getting jumped every went up every day going to school and stuff, and it was hard.
Understood.
You know, so as I grew older, years come, you know, I eventually put myself in graduated high school.
Nice.
And then, you know, I took another direction because, you know, I was raised on music.
Yeah.
And also raised on medicine. So I decided to be like an EMT instructor, you know. And by that, I drove my desire, my love for music, my passion, and medicine, to combine those things together eventually, and, you know, just kind of narrow down to here. So, you know.
Thank you so much for being so transparent and sharing that.
Yeah.
I think that the more seasoned we get, I don't want to say older because baby, we are not old, we seasoned.
Yeah.
The more seasoned we get in life, we have to learn to be transparent, because our story can help someone else, to let them know you're not alone. You are not the only one going through these adversities. You know, we all face it. Like, I had my son at 19 right out of high school.
Yes.
I didn't graduate college. I don't have a college degree, and I'm not ashamed to admit that. At some point in time, maybe I'll go back and get one, you know, but I think us being transparent and sharing those stories is important to the world and to the culture, because it's going to touch somebody. It's going to get somebody else up off their behind to say, you know what, I can do this.
Yeah, you can. And everybody does have a story.
Yes.
So
thank you for sharing yours.
hey, I just gave you a little bit of
I
it.
appreciate it. No, and I'm sure there's a whole lot more. You just barely touched on the surface, but what you did share is motivation.
Yeah.
Because the only person that stands in our way is us.
Yeah.
That I'm a believer in that. We can overcome anything. Stop pointing the finger and start pointing the thumbs. Taking accountability. Boom.
That is my word right there.
Yes.
And to piggyback on that, it's not too late for you to go to school. I actually just got my bachelor's degree this year.
I've actually, you know what's so ironic? I promise you, and I have it saved in my email. I was online looking at, because I want to take some official journalism classes, because I've been doing this for so long, but I don't have an actual degree. I would love to take journalism classes, because I could probably brush up on some stuff and enhance. So I promise you, thank you for that.
Anytime.
I appreciate it, because you are absolutely right. And now that you said that, it's confirmation that I need to do it.
Of course. And remember, it's just a piece of paper.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's just a piece of paper.
Absolutely.
To solidify what you already do.
Yes.
You already know.
100%. Thank you for that. I needed that. For real, for real.
It's all good.
So, you know, you've always been a lover of music.
Yes.
Growing up in Cali, some of the most phenomenal artists came out of there. You know, one of my first interviews was with Warren G, man. Shout out to Warren G.
Yeah.
Would you say growing up in Cali had a major influence on you for wanting to get involved in music?
It has inspired me a lot, because I was raised on gospel music.
Okay.
You know, come from, you know, apostolic Christian church.
Yeah.
So music has been and always will be in my bloodline.
Yes.
So when I venture off and wanted to dive more deeper into that passion of music and the things that I can do with music, I end up becoming a DJ. You know, so I've been DJing since 2003.
Okay.
I'm not going to lie to my age there.
He's 23, y'all.
I am.
He started DJing when he was 3 years old.
Right there. Even with my two fingers, but yeah.
No, that's really, really dope. I love the fact that you followed something that was a passion for you.
Yes.
It's important in life that we follow our passion, because then we're truly going to be happy with what we do.
Yes.
If you would have stayed working at Church's Chicken, you'd be miserable right now.
That is true. And there's no lie about that. That is true.
Absolutely. So when you first started DJing, what type of DJ? Were you a club DJ? What type of DJ were you?
Well, I started off at a college radio station.
Okay.
It's 89.7. Yeah, FM, KSRH radio, college radio.
Nice.
And then it was a close friend of mine that linked me up with a artist, R&B artist, Bay Area artist.
Okay.
Go by the name of Baby James. So I started DJing for him.
Like a tour DJ?
Yes. And then once I started DJing, everything else just kind of fell into place at that time.
So at this point now in your career, because you've been doing this for a long time, have you experienced every aspect of being a DJ? Tour DJ, club DJ, radio DJ, and wedding DJ, and all that?
Yes,
For the most part?
For the most part, but I've been mainly because I did take a good break for a while.
Yeah.
Life happened.
Life is lifing.
Life is happening.
Yeah.
And it's still happening.
Yeah.
So as I get older, I realize and recognize it's my mental health that I need to keep balanced and stabilized.
Man.
So
Yes.
being in emergency medical services, I've been in there for 23 years, so I've seen a lot, been through a lot.
Yeah.
Even just recently. So I end up developing and adapting a balance.
Yeah.
Because I need that balance.
100%.
So I just fell more deeper in love with my music.
Yeah.
Because music does save lives.
It's a therapy.
It is.
110% it's a therapy.
It doesn't matter the form, genre.
Yeah.
Whatever you perceive it to be, whatever you like.
Yeah.
That's why I'm an open format DJ.
I love
so I love music. And it's not just, just the bass or it's the actual concept, the content, how everything is compelled to make that one perfect piece for them.
Yeah.
And I listen to every aspect of that.
I love that. Absolutely, because music is like that universal language. Everybody loves, like you said, there's so many different genres of music.
Yes.
Whether they like gospel music or R&B or maybe a little pop or rock or whatever it is.
Right.
With us being in this music industry, I think it's so important for us to respect every aspect of it.
Yes.
It's so important. Like recently I've been getting more into like listening to Afrobeats music. It's such a vibe and it's becoming
beautiful.
It is like to me it's the type of music that anybody's going to listen to and just it feels good. It feels good. And then touching on, you said mental health.
Yes.
We have to be transparent about that stuff. Not necessarily that we want people super into our business,
Right.
but like I experienced different forms of anxiety. And I recently shared it with my doctor, and I don't mind telling this story.
Right.
It's a quick one. I told him, I said, I'm experiencing some anxiety and I don't know why. Like I have a hard time falling asleep at night because my mind's racing. He told me to start writing, start journaling.
Yeah.
Pour it out.
Yes.
And that's what I started doing, and it's really been helping me.
Yes.
So I think it's same thing with the music artist, with them writing. It's a form of therapy. So with that being said, mental health is important. We have to address it.
Exactly. I lost a lot of good people.
Yeah.
Especially within emergency medical service, because we just started getting that support
Yeah.
like recently, and it's sad.
Yes.
But if we had it before, a lot of our brothers and sisters and close friends, mothers, fathers would still be alive to this day.
Yeah.
So, but now it's important, and they are recognizing it, and they're putting things in place for everyone.
Yes.
So that's perfect. And I'm very, how can I say this? I'm very happy to see how it is taken in the communities right now.
Yeah.
Especially a lot of our community leaders or, idols that our kids would say, it's like, oh, that's my role model. A lot of us older generations taking on that step and to provide, that place, where everyone can come and just have that therapy.
A safe space.
A safe place.
Yes, it's so important. It's so important. And I think that I'm so glad we're talking about this because this is my type of conversation. I like talking about this stuff. The younger generation, a lot of them go through mental health stuff because of social media. These young women feel pressured for their bodies to look a certain way. So some of them are actually losing their lives, getting surgery, trying to look good for a bunch of people who really don't care about them.
True.
You know what I'm saying? My question to you is this. For any young man, young woman, whether they're black, white, whatever nationality they are, that they're maybe struggling with some mental health. Right. Maybe they kind of know that they have some mental health issues but don't want to admit to it. What would you say to them?
Find a close friend. Find that, if not a close friend, just find someone that you can have to talk to.
Yeah.
And, and just go to them. It's like, I just want to have somebody I can go to without judgment.
Yes.
Without, have any biased behavior. I just want somebody to listen.
Yes.
There's been times I don't have that, because now, recently I had to kind of reduce my circle.
Yeah.
I don't like toxic environment because it doesn't do well.
No.
So when you get rid of toxicity, other things, good things, better things happen for you. And so I had to have that one person, just to listen.
Yeah.
You know, but even though sometimes it's not that, you know, there's been many times when, you know, I'm at work and I run 911 calls and I have to be that person.
Yes.
And I personally have saved many lives doing that.
Man, shout out to you.
You know, and that
just gave me chills. Like, I'm so serious because like you are that person for a lot of people, whether you or they realize that. It's beautiful.
So that's why I actually, you know, moved up in my medical career, and, you know, one aspect of my medical career, becoming a community paramedic, not as a captain, because I devote more of my time with clients and being the advocacy that our members in our community, undeserved communities, mainly at that, need.
Yes.
So, but I don't want to get off topic of that, but there are resources that are available that, you know, you can call. There's a suicide anonymous hotline.
Yes.
You know, I believe it's the same number that's nationwide. And that's easy to find, you know.
Yeah.
You know, and then there's also some, you know, clinics, you know, have drop-in, you know, care. You know, just, you know, outreach. You can Google and just say, I just need to go to, you know, just some self-support.
A pastor at your church, if you are a member, that's what I've done in my past, is I actually, you know, would consult with my pastor and got saved.
Yes.
Because I felt like my life was on a downward spiral.
Yeah.
That is amazing.
You know, but sometimes, you know, a lot, you know, youth, you know, that are homeless are still fearful of that as well.
Yes.
So
exactly.
They turn to substance.
Yes.
So, you know, there are things that are developing in the works that should have been in place a long time ago.
Agreed.
You know, which kind of breaks my heart. But, you know, that's another reason why I kind of reformed myself to dive more deeper into my music.
Yeah.
Because eventually, you know, not only that I want to, you know, break records now and, you know, do whatever I can to do my part in giving back to the community, but also creating more of a, you know, that platform as well, where I can provide more resources at the same time.
Yes. I love it.
You see what I'm getting at?
I absolutely do.
So,
which people need.
Yes.
We need resources is like major.
Yes.
Because a lot of stuff don't come to us. It don't come knocking at our door. We have to find the resources to create opportunities for ourselves. And a lot of it comes from having those resources, and it comes from building relationships, being okay with reaching out to people, sharing a little, you know, you might have something on your heart, off your chest, like you said, having just someone to talk to.
Yeah.
Finding that person that's your safe space that you can do that with, that they're not going to run and be like, guess what Rapture told me? No, we don't need that kind of person.
No.
That is beautiful.
Yeah.
So right now, you're focusing a lot on your DJing, your music career.
Yes.
So tell us some of the things that Rapture has going on currently that people can tune into.
Well, recently joined the Coalition DJs.
Okay, big shout out to the Coalition DJs.
Yes.
Are you going to New Music Monday?
Actually, I won't. I will actually be going back home today.
Oh.
But I will be back out here.
You gotta postpone it tomorrow. They do their New Music Monday on Monday night.
I know.
Stankonia. It's legendary. But I understand. You got to get back to work.
I got to get back to my family.
I understand. You know? I respect it.
Yeah, so, but that's one aspect. I'm really anxious and excited to be a part of Coalition DJs because it allows me to access and actually gain more accessibility to, you know, artists and, you know, modules and, you know, resources. So I want to create that as well, you know, hopefully soon I can start my own podcast and start, you know, doing those things like you're doing.
Yes, so, as you should.
Yes. So, and also, you know, I'm producing events, you know, I'm starting back doing that. And, you know, I'm taking it step by step, not running with it, but I am very happy with the progress that is going right now.
I'm happy for you.
Yeah,
that's what it's all about. I can tell. I can read your energy. I'm big on reading people's energy. I'm very in tune in the spiritual world.
Yes.
Do you like nature?
I love little bits of nature.
See, I'm a nature junkie. I love hiking.
Yeah.
I love being by water because water is energy.
It is.
You know, so I'm very grounded. I'll step in the grass with my shoes off because the earth projects energy.
Yeah.
Those are all types things. Like when I feel like I'm a little anxious, I'll go to a park and just walk, get by some water,
Yeah.
Take in some sunshine. Little things like that that people don't think about doing that's totally free.
Yeah.
Those are God's gifts. Get out there and go do it.
Well, I also meditate.
That's turn off all your senses, right?
It's, it's been an eye-opener. Actually, I noticed the difference when I meditate
Yeah.
and don't meditate.
Huge difference.
Yes.
You
So
feel better.
that part. But, not only that, you just feel more grounded.
Yes.
And I notice it's like I'm anxious, I'm flustered, I'm fidgety. I'm just like, what the heck is going on right now?
Yeah.
But I really just you know what? I need to step away.
Yes.
And I just meditate, just turn off for 25 minutes. And I mean, anybody can do it, but I go on YouTube and I just find motivational speakers.
Yeah.
There's James, I forget his name. Forgive me if I said his name wrong. I think it's not going to say James Brown, but.
You going to do the James Brown dance for us over there?
But, it's there.
Yeah,
I just can't bring it out right now.
Yeah.
But there are a lot of good motivational speakers that are on YouTube that anyone can access for free.
Absolutely.
So it's more like you can keep searching, but you don't have to search that.
Absolutely.
It's just right there at your fingertips.
You have to find what works for you.
Yes.
Some people like to meditate in silence, meaning that they turn off all their senses. They might be in a dark room, so your sense of light is shut off, your vision. There's no sound. Your hearing is shut off. Mm-hmm. They're not eating things, so their taste is turned off.
Right.
You shut off, but some people need a little bit of music. Like I like a little music at a certain kilohertz because that vibration makes your energy feel good. That's a lot of people, this might sound crazy, I'm a cat woman. When cats purr, the kilohertz that comes out, that's why a lot of people have them because it's soothing.
Yes.
So you have to find what works for you.
Exactly.
That is amazing. I love everything that you have going on. Like you're the type of person that you will motivate people.
Yes.
To let them know it's okay.
And actually, that's what I like to do. I love to do because that is what helps empower me to do, and motivate me to do more and give more. So I heard you mention a couple moments ago you thought about maybe starting a podcast. Yes.
Would you start a podcast on the actual aspect of, you would like have a talk show type podcast where you're motivating people, like some of the ones that you may tune in and listen to?
I will actually do more of music awareness and resource.
Okay.
And something I would kind of want to put together all in one. So I'm still in the thinking phase of that.
Yeah.
But, but also it would be a combination of all three.
I love it.
So
I love it.
Whatever time permits. Because I can go on all day.
I'm the same way. I'm a talker. I have to sometimes catch myself because I talk too much and I'm like, oh, hold on a second. I love doing it, especially when I get people like you that I sit down with that I catch that vibe with and we're on high vibrations.
Exactly. It feels good.
It feels good.
You feel like you're floating, right?
Man, I do. I'm like on a cloud right now. You're like, we floating along, high vibrations.
Yes.
So, I think that would be dope. And it's the perfect time for it because podcasts are super relevant right now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Not only could it be helpful to people, but it could be a moneymaker for you too.
Well, it's not always about the money.
It's not always about the money, but
it's still got to pay the bills.
We've got to pay the bills.
Yes.
There's a work-life balance.
That part.
It could be tough. And let me ask you that, being that you're heavily involved in the music industry, plus you have a career and you have family.
Yes.
Any tips on work-life balance?
Well, let me say it to you like this. I have a great support system at home that allows me to do the things I love to do.
Yes.
I.e. like my wife and my kids.
Shout out to your wife and kids.
Yes. So they are my inspiration.
Yes.
And not only that, I see how my motivation, my drive has an effect on my kids.
Yes.
So the balancing part of it, I would say is still a challenge for me.
Yeah.
But I communicate the hell out of everything with my wife.
That's the key.
Yes.
Communication, open communication.
Yes. So we don't fight, we argue well, we do fight and argue, but but not about the things I love to do.
Yeah, understood.
She just wanted me to be me, be myself, and be happy while I'm doing it.
Love it.
Because when I'm happy when I'm doing it, guess what? I come home very happy and balanced, and
everybody's floating.
Everybody's floating.
Absolutely. You know, happy wife, happy life, you know. Listen, and that's beautiful that she's supportive of you.
Yes.
Having a supportive partner, whether it's your spouse or a significant other, is so important.
Yes.
And somebody that you can pour into, meaning that if you need someone to listen, like you were saying earlier, it's nice when you have somebody, a spouse that you can deal with. Maybe not all the time, but you want to come home and talk about your day, and she's going to listen.
Yes.
Without judging you or toning you out because you're like, I don't want to hear this. Like, that's what a lot of people deal with, and that's when problems happen in relationships. So you have a good work-life balance.
Yes.
And
still working on that, but because the work and everything else is still a challenge. But
it is. It is very, very tough because a lot of times, and I'm speaking from a woman's perspective, when we're in a relationship, we oftentimes pour too much into one and not the other, like too much into our career, but not enough into our relationship. Or we pour too much into our relationship and start lacking on our career.
Yeah.
Because women are nurturing.
Yes.
We're emotional.
Yes.
So it's finding that balance can be tough sometimes, and finding that partner who's understanding. How many kids do you have?
3.
3 kids. Your kids, you are their first love.
Yes.
They're any parents. So that's why it's so important that you pour into them.
Yeah.
And you want to see them do better than you, right?
Always. That's what I was taught.
Yeah.
Right. But that's also, what we're teaching our kids as well.
Yeah.
Be better than me.
Absolutely.
I give you the foundation. I give you the tools. Be better than me.
Absolutely.
Strive harder than me. Do better than me.
Yes.
And still kind of dealing with one of my middle kids, but my middle child.
Yeah, there's always a little challenge there sometimes.
Always. But, it's clicking for him.
Yeah.
So it's like, take your time. It will fall into place for you.
He'll be just fine because he has a phenomenal foundation at home.
Yes.
Really that's where it all starts at, whether people want to admit it to or not. Because if you're too involved or not involved enough is when kids can go astray.
That's why we have problems right now.
Yes.
Today.
Yes.
Because there's no solid foundation.
There's no solid foundation. You have to find the balance. It's tough.
It's tough.
Being a parent, you got 3 of them.
Yep. But, it's hard for anybody to find a balance because not everybody has that.
That's right.
So, however they can find it, I deal with that and being shy and be afraid to speak, but when you put me out in front of other people and I can feed off their energy, you can't shut me up.
Absolutely. I'm the same way.
So,
can you read a room when you walk into it?
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah. I step 1, 2 feet in and I look around and say, oh no, I don't like the energy.
And you'll leave.
And I'll be ready, but that's the challenging part about it. Because people don't want to let me leave.
Listen, I get it. It'd be tough.
Yeah, it'd be tough. But at the same time, I've learned over the years, you can't always be afraid.
No.
And I blame that from my earlier childhood.
Yeah.
Because I had to self-isolate.
Yes.
And that's the problem that we dealing with also is the self-isolation, which goes along with the mental health and the balance. So sometimes, we be like little hermits, little turtles kind of, but
that's me. You're describing me right now.
But it's I'm just saying it's still embrace that.
Yeah.
Because that's your protective mechanism.
Yes.
Because the moment that you feel it's not right for you and you feel in your gut, trust your gut always.
Yes.
So I blame that on my earlier childhood, but but as I got older, I learned to kind of relax a little bit.
Yeah.
And just live a little bit.
Have you ever in your life or even now experienced being an overthinker?
Always.
Me too. Oh my gosh.
I overanalyze. I overcritique.
Yes.
I heard it all, but sometimes it gets the best of me.
Yes, me too.
And it's just hard to kind of break away from that.
It is.
It's just not what you're accustomed to. It's just today's society.
That's exactly what it is. That's exactly, you nailed it right on the head.
So
that's exactly what it is because of all the stuff that goes on in the world.
Yeah. But if people would pay attention to the signs, there's a lot of other things we can do differently.
Absolutely.
So everyone is so fixated on who's not doing what and what is not being done, but really look at what's the key problem.
Taking accountability.
Exactly.
Pointing that thumb and stop pointing the finger.
Exactly.
And another thing that I've really learned in life, one of my OGs told me this years ago, and it's always stuck with me, is learn to be proactive rather than reactive. Exactly. That could, that could change a lot of what goes on in our life. If a lot of these youngins stop being reactive and quick to pull out their gun and shoot somebody and learn to be proactive and say, you know what, I'm just going to walk away from this situation. Nobody's going to jail. Nobody's dead. I mean, I might be taking it to an extreme, but it's the reality of it.
It's the reality.
Because that's what these youngins do today because they're so afraid that someone's going to be filming them get beat up. So rather they just pull out a gun and shoot somebody.
Just got to be the bigger person, the better person.
Yes.
And I learned that because, what I had to, deal with.
You've been through a lot.
So I learned to walk away.
Yes.
Even at times where I wasn't really proud about it, but I'm still alive.
Listen, we got pride, boy. We got pride, but you're here to talk about it. And that's the biggest blessing.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I'm so proud of you.
Thank you.
I'm really, really, really proud of you because you are the exact role model that a lot of these younger generation needs.
Yes.
I know you're still young yourself.
Yes. Try to stay there.
We got our euphasis. It's a euphasis. You know what I'm saying? We drink water. But no, absolutely. I'm proud of what you have going on. I love that you're a family man, family first, God first. You know, that is important to you.
Yes.
But you also are balanced. You're working on the balance with the career situation as well.
Yes.
You're out here in Atlanta right now promoting your brand.
Yes.
I love it. I love everything you have going on.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
You're very welcome. Let's talk a little bit more about the Rapture brand. So I know you're a DJ.
Yes, ma'am.
And I know that you're in the medical field as well.
And I'm also an actor.
There is where I was going with it. I was trying to see. So let's talk about that.
Well, I'm still touching on that because I started right when pandemic hit.
Yeah.
And, I'm alive to this day because I almost, succumbed to COVID myself.
Wow.
But, still surviving that right now. But I did a couple of things. I did a couple of extra pieces. I did a couple of plays. I got recasted in a couple of plays. But kind of pulled back on back on acting for a little bit.
Yeah.
Because music.
Yes.
Balance. The balance.
Yeah.
I'm great at it. I get the opportunities, but it's just if I devote more time to it, I'll be bigger, better places.
100%.
But I'm going back to my music.
Yes.
So that's where I strive the best. I feel more myself.
Yeah.
As my foundation, and that's where I love to be at.
I agree.
So,
well, perhaps you can incorporate what you do musically into film. And I'll give you an example. I don't necessarily have a desire to be on camera, but I've done some voiceover roles for film. And the voiceover I've done was me being a radio personality.
Yeah.
Where someone was driving down the road and they turned the radio on and they heard my voice.
Yes.
That was so dope and so amazing. I love doing. So maybe you can incorporate being a DJ inside of a movie or something. So you're still in your element.
Yeah.
But you're also in film.
Yes.
Just a thought, because I'm pretty sure there's some roles out there that are going to be in need of that.
Oh, yeah, most definitely. I mean, I still practice my art. I mean, that's art. Well, that's about being an artist.
Yeah.
Very artistic. You got to be committed to your art. You can't be like, oh, I'm good. I'm right now. I don't have to practice. I don't do this. And then the moment you be like, oh, crap. Did that just happen?
Exactly. Yes, life be lifing.
Yeah.
That's what I be saying. Life be lifing.
And sometimes when the opportunity is there, you just always got to be ready for it. So
that's that proactive I was talking about,
I mean, that happened to me this weekend, which I was very surprised about, but I was happy about that.
That is amazing.
Yes.
You just never know. You never know. You could be at a gas station and run across someone who could present you the opportunity of a lifetime. Exactly. You have to be ready.
Exactly.
On point. Just like with these music artists, make sure you always have a clean version of your record available, because you just never know who might be like, you know what, I need it tonight to play on my mix show and it has to be clean. Oh, I ain't got one.
Yeah.
You have to learn to be ready rather than getting ready.
Well, I learned from myself. It was my downfall because I didn't have my updated mixtape. But, but
it happens.
But you know what? As a DJ, I still travel with my equipment.
I love that.
So
you want to always be prepared.
I always want to be prepared.
You could get booked while you're out here to DJ somewhere. You never know.
It happened.
See? They'd be like, oh, he a vibe. I need to go ahead and book him.
No, it happened yesterday, actually.
Really?
Yes. It was amazing.
That is amazing.
I was nervous as a person can be, but it was an eye opener for me because it's just like, this is culture.
Yes.
Because you know how everybody talk about different styles of DJing.
Yes.
I'm old school, come from vinyl and, so I love my vinyl.
Listen, I
still got my vinyl and my technique. So
I wish that was still the way.
Yeah, but it's not.
It's not.
But
sadly, but yeah, now they just a bunch of push buttons out there. But yeah, no shade, but shade. Yeah, I said it with my chest. I'm just saying, like, a lot of these, and I don't mind saying it, I don't care, but a lot of these young DJs have gotten away from the actual craft of it. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I call them push button DJs.
They're push button DJs. That's exactly, and it's like, in a way, I can't really fault them because that's what people are teaching these days.
Well, it's technology.
It's like
allowing them to do that.
Technology, like even what I do here, like I don't have to have a super extravagant setup to be able to do this because of technology. Shout out to Rode for making this beautiful Rodecaster to make my job easier. You know what I'm saying? So, and 2 Chainz said it in one of his interviews: "Get on board or get left behind."
Exactly.
And that's really what it is. I'm a OG. I know I'm older than you, but. He's a baby OG.
Yes, I am. I'm gonna keep it like that.
Yeah,
I'm a baby OG.
He's a baby OG.
Yeah.
But people like us who've been doing this for a long time, like we just have to constantly stay abreast with what's going on and keep up with it. Because if we don't, we'll get left in the dust. Mm-hmm. So how long you been with Coalition DJs?
Well, it's been like a month.
Okay, so fairly new.
Yeah. So
congratulations on that.
Thank you. So I'm on the ground, pounding, running.
I love it.
Driving.
I love it.
So I'm inspired and I'm motivated.
Yeah.
There's a cause right behind it. There's a purpose right behind it. So
you'll have to connect with, now that you're with the Coalition DJs, and maybe you already have, but shout out to my beautiful friend Lala Shepherd. She's I believe the PR for the Coalition DJs here in Atlanta.
Yes.
She's got a podcast, her and her team, called The Progress Report.
Okay, I heard of that.
Yeah, yes. They were at Revolt this weekend.
I think we missed them. I think we missed them.
Yeah.
There was a lot of people I was looking for and that I was trying to reach out while I was here.
Yes.
But I'll be back.
Yeah, so definitely connect with them. They have an amazing podcast.
Yes.
They're a part of the Revolt Network, and they're doing big things. So, and she's with the Coalition DJ. So shout out to Lala Shepherd. That's my sis, man. Love her. Anything else that you have in the works that you want to make sure everybody's aware of? I know you got DJ Rapture, the brand.
Yes.
The acting is en route. You know what I'm saying? You're a part of Coalition DJs.
Yes.
What else do you have in the works or already like out that we need to know about?
Well, right now my focus is breaking records.
Okay.
So what I've been doing is using now my Coalition platform. I'm just going out, listening, checking out talent, trying to help, get music out there.
Yeah.
As well as for us in the Bay Area. So that's where I'm going with that. I'm gonna still produce events, and DJ where I want to be and how I can get there. But,
yes. So. Can I ask you a question? I'm gonna ask you on camera right now.
Oh boy.
It's an easy one.
I don't know. It depends.
So in 2020, I launched the Hype 87.3, which is my internet-based station, but it's set up like an FM station. We report through BMI, ASCAP, CSAC, Sound Exchange, Digital Radio Tracker. Mm. If you were ever interested in, and you could do it right from your home, live streaming on my station, you could break records on there. Like if you have artists that submit music, because I have an Apple app, I have an iPhone app, and I have a website or Android. Yeah, so if you ever want to, even if you wanted to do a weekly show,
say less.
I would love to have you a part of it.
Say less.
You can play whatever you want.
Really?
Anything. I don't care. Whatever you want to play on your show,
I would.
I don't care if it's country, gospel, hip hop, whatever. I would love to have you a part of it. I can send you our radio drops.
Yes.
If you're ever here in Atlanta, we got the room over here. You could even set up and do a show in there.
Oh, I'm ready. Let's game.
Okay, beautiful. Y'all heard it here first.
Yes.
Our newest recruit on the Hype 87.3, DJ Rapture. Boom. Oh, yeah. Y'all heard it. Oh, Thank you. I appreciate that.
Oh, I'm ready.
Yeah, I'm excited because you know what's funny, because I actually just made a post the other day about it, saying that I wanted a couple more DJs.
Yes.
And the ones that approached me were like, yeah, that's all we're going to say. So, yeah, I would love to have you a part of it.
Oh, yeah. I'm ready.
Amazing. Thank you so much. And I appreciate you being here today. And I appreciate you being so transparent and sharing your journey with us. Yes. It's important. I always like to talk about the beginning stages because a lot of times they want to know that kind of stuff. People who are a fan of yours, they want to know, they want to know everything.
I know.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm learning that, yes.
Yeah, so it's like we have to be transparent to a certain point.
Exactly.
So thank you for being here. I appreciate you. Absolutely. Where can people follow you at on your socials?
My handle at IG is at DJ Rapture 1.
So make sure you guys follow him. Yes. Absolutely. Next thing I got to ask you, I know you got a lot of people that support you, love on you. You got somebody with you today, you know what I'm saying? Yes. Who do you want to shout out to?
Well, I got to shout out to my team at 55th Street ENT Entertainment. I got my manager over here, my boy over here.
Hey, how you doing?
I'd like to shout out to all my coast to coast. No, not coast to coast. That's fired. No, coalition DJs.
Shout out to coast to coast too.
That's bad. That's old news. But my coalition DJs across the world, and also my family at home. Yeah, you know, my wife, my kids at home.
I love it.
You know, and all my people back at home that I'm ready to take with me. Yeah. So
you forgot one person. Shout out to you.
Yes.
Shout out to yourself.
I tend to put myself last. I got to start putting myself first.
Shout out to you, bro. Like you are the one that's making it happen.
Yes.
You ain't letting nothing stand in your way.
No, not right now.
Pat yourself on the back and be proud. There you go.
Yes.
Shout out to you.
Thank you.
Most definitely.
And I want to shout you out as well.
Thank you. I appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? Give me
yes.
Bam. Last but not least, we are live where? Industry's Most Wanted. We got DJ Rapture checking in. Coalition DJs in the building.
Yeah.
Go ahead and tell them what makes you the industry's most wanted.
Industry most wanted because I may be an OG, but I'm coming back. I am back, and I'm motivated to get work done.
Yes.
So hit me up. Let's break these records. Let's make a change. Let's do this.
Coming soon to the Hype 87.3 too, you guys.
Amen.
Period. I'm so excited.
Thank you.
Absolutely. We're about to here, y'all.
Peace.
Like Draymond, I'm the wrong one to play with. I don't kiss and tell. Don't expect a book. You didn't get a second round. It wasn't a good look. I make all these moves that these bitches wish they could.